me, I cannot see in at all. Like, the screen is black. That's why I got a very old style phone that does not have good quality, so I haven't been recording lately. But yesterday I was gifted beautiful, beautiful gifts from Goodwill. There's like 5 oracle decks and a tarot deck. They were all $4 each. And I had been praying and asking for signs from Spirit. And right before I went to the Goodwill, there was a gentleman who walked by me who was wearing a shirt that had the sign of Hermes on it. It was a winged foot, the winged messenger. Immediately I thought of Hermes. You'll have to excuse the noise. I have the door cracked. I'm afraid to close the door. Actually, I might need to. Hold on. I have to hold you. Okay. That should be more better. I'll roll up the window. Okay. Much better. Hopefully you can see me. Like I said, I can't see the screen. But I wanted to sit with one of the decks and see what message wanted to come up for us as a collective. I've already said my rising prayers and given thanks to my benevolent ancestors and benevolent spirit guides of the highest light and love. God, Source, Universe, Creator, for being present here. Thank you, Archangels of the highest light. Thank you, Gaia, for grounding down these messages and bringing in wisdom, clarity, guidance, and direction as we're all moving towards our most clearest timelines and truths and paths. What message do you have for us from the flowers? What message do you have from us to us from the flowers? Can you tell it's been a minute since I've done this? Hi, Spirit. Immediately, just in general, I'm already working with flowers more in general, or maybe having more of an awareness of the flowers in your life. Not like even a literal flower, but like considering the people in your life to be flowers. What flowers, what people, what flowers around you. I used to call my followers flowers because follower and flower are almost the same thing. Hello, my beautiful flowers. What flowers around you make you happy when you see them? What flowers around you would you rather not smell? What flowers around you make you scared? What flowers make you drawn in? How do the flowers, the people around you, make you feel? You should only be walking through fields of flowers that you want to be in, and you should only be picking flowers that you would want to keep alongside you and with you and adorn yourself with. So if it's not the right flower for you, it's just not the right flower for you. And there's a right flower for everyone. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting the image of Persephone when she's picking the narcissus flower that she is witnessing when Hades takes her down into the underworld. I don't really do I guess I can't claim I don't do love messages. Less cards, please, Spirit. I guess I can't claim I don't do love messages, but typically I just don't. That's not my focus. Are these the same ones as last time? Okay. It's like these cards. Thank you, Spirit. I guess it's more than one. But I'm getting... Oh, that's so funny. I think this is the narcissus flower I was just talking about. Let me check, though, because it says it's mimulus, which I've never heard of. I'm learning it right alongside you guys. Hopefully, like I said, you can see this. Mimulus. Let's check it out. But I'm seeing Persephone. Just walking around, she's drawn to the flower, and it's there that Hades is able to see her, and he takes her. And like I said, I don't do love messages, or they're not my focus, but there could be some circumstance that is going to be arriving soon. That is one where you are finding the flowers in your life. You're finding what brings you joy, what lights you up. You're picking the flowers that make you most happy, and it's in spending your time and your energy and your essence on those things, finding the things that light you up and fill you up and bring you joy, that you will be witnessed not only by friends but also by potential partners who will see you in your fullest truth and fullest light, because you are in a state of being one with self. and finding the center of joy within you, and it being reflected in what you're choosing to spend your time doing. And that is when Hades is gonna come and take you. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, Mimulus. Be compassionate with others and yourself. Closeness, presence, and understanding are qualities that you can offer and receive. In this way, you will find the resolution and the courage to abandon all trepidation and fears. Often you are frightened by imaginary shadows. Change your perspective and you will laugh at them. Changing the perspective. There's something I'm allowing Spirit to come through, because sometimes I'll just read it and it's for someone to understand as I'm reading it, not for me. Often you are frightened by imaginary shadows. Change your perspective and you will laugh at them. I used to have a lot of night terrors, and something that I've noticed, because I still technically are having them, but my response to them isn't the same, so they're not as terrifying. In them now, I'm becoming way more logical and observant. So there'll be something that's meant to scare me, and instead I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, and I like try to fix it, or like, if usually it's like the lights aren't working, I'm like, well, why aren't they working? Like, I don't get scared anymore. There could be a guidance and awareness during this time in your life where you're trying to find the things that bring you joy. When there are certain things that you're afraid of or you fear, taking a step back and bringing yourself into the observer state could assist you in that higher wisdom. I wouldn't say necessarily to leave your heart and go into the logic of the mind, but to take your heart and lift it up into the sky and kind of look down at it. Look down at it. Look down at it. And that immediately may offer you a different perspective on the things that you're afraid of happening, and what you imagine could unfold from them. Perhaps it's just the perspective that you were taking that caused the fear, but if you zoom out, you recognize, oh, that's actually not something to be afraid of at all. And we have Larch. I feel like some of you are wondering what it is you want, what it is you love, what it is you find joy doing. This, to me, just staring at the images, the first person is kind of, they're both in contemplation. A lot of you could simply be sitting in contemplation of like, what do I like? What kind of flowers do I like? What do I love? What does bring me joy? What makes my heart the happiest? What lights me up the most? I feel like a lot of us are in that right now, especially with all the Leo going on, eclipses going on. Spending some time sitting with, what is it called? Larch. Spending some time sitting with what it is that you actually do like. Could be something maybe you've never taken the time to do. You may be one of those people who's always focused on what other people like and what other people want, and never really thought about what it is you like and what you want. And I think that time is now to be taken. And like I said, it's in taking that time to figure out which flowers you like, what lights you up, that other people who align with that will come in, because they'll be able to see you, because you'll be in your heart, which means you'll be in yourself. And I cannot find Larch. What number are you? Oh, I have number 19 and number 20. To me, that feels like the deck wasn't shuffled enough, but oh well. Take heart. Everything is fine. Everything you need is already within you. It is useless to seek it in a panic, and useless to find excuses not to act. You're perfectly capable of dealing with the situation. So take action. That may be for someone here. You already know what it is you like. You already know what it is you want. You already know what makes you happy. You just keep sitting and thinking about it and watching reels about it and liking other people's posts about it and watching YouTube videos about it and researching it. You already know what it is that you like. Thank you, Spirit. You already know what it is that you like. You already know what it is that you want. You already know what it is that brings you joy. Take action on it. And actually, a message that has been coming in, and I suppose I'll share here, I've been seeing a lot of cardinals. Strong cardinal energy has been coming in, and in the Animal Speaks book, it talks about how cardinal is the only one of the few female birds that will chirp in response to the male calling, and it's a sign to connect more strongly to your feminine energy, which is that of creativity, which is that of intuition. And connecting to those aspects of yourself will bring you closer to taking the cardinal action towards those things. Connecting to your intuition, you have more trust. You can develop more trust and more faith in honoring what it is you're hearing, and in honoring what it is you hear and taking action on it, and then seeing the results of that will bring even more confidence to continue to be cardinal. So definitely, if you see any cardinals or you've been seeing cardinals, that is a sign for you to continue to, you don't have to like fully leap in if you don't want to, but it is recommended to leap and let the net appear, if you will. But I feel like the people that I'm speaking to in this little collection, whoever these people will wind up being, you already know what you like. You already know what you love. Some of you maybe haven't taken the time to refresh what that is. Some of you already deeply know. But at any rate, all of us are being guided and encouraged. Continue to pick the flowers that we love, to continue to pick to do things that we love, to continue to pick the things that light us up and connect us to our heart and connect us to our joy. And in doing that, we will be in our hearts, and in being in our hearts, we will be in our authentic selves. Being in our authentic selves, we will be able to be perceived by others that are aligned with that frequency, and then being perceived by those people will bring in the right flowers, the right friends, the right followers, the right connections, potentially love interest as well. And yeah, it'll be groovy. But it takes us becoming the first ones to do it. Cardinal energy is also being about the first to ever do it. And you may have had previous past lives connected to the church, because the cardinal energy, the cardinals were robes in the church. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that stood out to me about the cardinal. I think that's it. Yeah. We're going to be the first ones in this lifetime, in these generations, on this time on earth at this time, that are taking the first steps to do things differently in our daily lives, and what that looks like and how they look. It's not a Monday, Friday, 9 to 5 that we're moving closer towards. We're moving further away from it. And in order for that to be the norm that is being changed into a new standard, our generations, the ones that are in their 30s in the workforce, in the work field, have to be the ones to create a new structure that supports and sustains outside of Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. By doing what? Finding your flowers. Finding your flowers. Mimulus Lodge. Finding your flowers. Picking the flowers that bring you joy and sharing them, allowing others to see what those flowers are, not hiding them to yourself. Yeah. Thank you for this little baby message, having a space to be held through you. Thank you for receiving it. I trust there was something within this. I haven't done this in a very long time, so I'm just kind of dipping my toes back in the pool, in the pond, to see what else will want to come out in future messages and shares. You have to start somewhere, Cardinal. I was so grateful and excited and like heart-led to buy all those decks yesterday. And so that was me taking a little action on a flower that I saw that I wanted to pick. And I picked it and I shared it. So maybe this is a little example as well of a way that may look for you. Something that you maybe used to pick all the time and you stopped picking because other people would judge you for the flowers you were holding. And now you just don't give a F. And you're going to pick the flowers that you love no matter what someone else thinks of the bouquet. And you'll wear them proudly and carry them proudly because they light you up and they are a reflection of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for receiving. I send you peace. I send you love wherever you may be in this now moment. Until next time.